All right, we here with my coach, Coach Jim McKee. Coach, you had your last scrimmage last night, getting ready for this season.
Right.
Coach, tell us how you feeling going into this season.
I'm feeling like Big Things Kentucky is continuing to grow because the first time you all came and interviewed me, you had one of those little pocket recorders, and we started, and then you said, hold on, the battery's down, and you had to put a new battery in it, and now this morning you're flipping me wireless stuff. So if Scott Kane football can keep up with Big Things Kentucky, we're going to have a great year.
All right. Now, Coach, last year, man, I mean, the expectations
Oh,
were
last
high.
year people say 6-6. I will give you the exact opposite of that. We were 1-3. We lost to Franklin Boyle and Great Crossing, and at that point in time, you got a choice. We could have finished up 2-9,
Yeah.
or 1-8 or 9 or whatever. But our kids kept fighting. It's like our newspaper reporter asked me last night. He said, "Why should we come to the games?" I just said, because they play so hard.
Yeah.
And we went from 1-3 to 5-3, and Woodford kicked a field goal with 9 seconds to go to beat us to win the district, or we win the district championship. So, I think you never know what's going to happen throughout the course of a season, and I'm really proud of how hard our guys fought last year, despite some of the early season setbacks.
Now, this season, I know you got Timmy back healthy,
Timmy's
hopefully.
good.
I know you had a lot of injuries last season.
We did. It's funny, Chuck. I've coached for so long. I would see teams have injuries, and I would kind of think, what's going on? Are they not lifting and training right, or are they hitting all the time in practice? But yes, the injuries were a major problem for us last year.
Now, did that help by a chance? Playing a lot of younger kids, getting them ready for this season? Do you think that might have helped?
I don't ever want to say injuries help anything, because I don't ever want to see kids get, even kids that play for the other team, injuries are obviously the worst part of the game. Football, our sport's so much different than every other sport. Basketball, baseball, track and field, what do they have? 15, 20 meets. Basketball's going to play 30-some games and pick up. I was still trying to play pickup basketball. I was 40 years old. But football, we just get 10 Friday nights.
Yeah.
And so anytime you see a kid go down with an injury, and you think about all the time and effort he's put in to be ready for that year, it stinks, but it's part of our game.
All right, so new quarterback this year, but still things are looking bright.
He's going to be real good, Charlie Ellison. He's a sophomore, but he has a live arm. He can read defenses well. He's got pretty good feet. He's tall. He just needs snaps underneath the lights. He made a few mistakes last night, but he also made a lot of really good reads. He's only going to get better. And I tell you what, the kid has absolutely worked his tail off.
Well, what can we expect from the Scott County Cardinals this season?
Well, everybody has to have an identity. You guys have to. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But you got to have a. Big Things Kentucky has to have an identity. This is who we are. This is what we do. If you just go around and I'm big into farming. I always have been. I grew up on a farm, and I enjoy farming. Cattle are real high right now. Well, if you drop everything else you have and go chase the cattle market, what happens when the cattle market goes down and the grain market goes way up? So you have to be who you are, and we're going to be who we are. There's no question. We're going to try to run the wing tee better than anybody in the nation at the wing tee offense. And our coaches are doing a good job doing it. And then defensively, we're going to try to get lined up correctly every snap and then fly to the football like nobody else. And then on special teams, we're going to try to block every kick as hard as we can and hope we get a big one blocked to win a game for us. So that's what you can expect. And I know that our fans will come out and watch us play, because we're going to put a good product on the field on Friday nights.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you, and keep doing big things.
Oh, man, it's so good to see you guys, and I do appreciate what you do. Now, I don't like you flip-flopping around to all the different coaches, especially the hot coach. Now, you pretty much diehard Douglas. Every time you talk about Douglas this, Douglas that, which is good. They got a great program. But then for everybody else, it's just strictly flip-flop.
No, but this my Cardinals. These are my Cardinals. We live and die, Coach.
Well, you got
My
me there through
Cardinals.
thick and thin, so I do appreciate that.
Like I say, it's three things in Scott County: death, taxes, and Coach Jim McKee. That's all we got.
Go Cards.
Yes, sir.